Hey clan, welcome to our next episode of Attacking 101, and today we've got a episode that is I titled Attacking Town Hall 7s and Below. And the reason why I titled it that way is because if you're attacking a Town Hall 7 or below, so a 6 or a 5, then you're probably not using dragons. What you are probably using is this army right here. A mix of giants, archers, and wizards. So that's what we're looking to do today is try and figure out how we can use this army composition to still be successful in wars until we can get dragons, really. Once you can get dragons, not all of your problems go away, but certainly it makes it a little less complicated as far as how you attack. When you're using an army like this, the attack strategy is still a little complicated, at least far more complicated than it is with dragons. So it's weird how you can have lower level troops than dragon, but it still be more complicated to attack. It's just the nature of the way it works. But what I want to do here first is I can show you my army camp, but you have to understand I have 200 spaces. So if you have less than 200 spaces, then this is going to look a little bit different. For you, you might have less giants, less archers, less wizards, whatever. But what you want to do is a pretty solid combination across the board of the three between archers, giants, wizards. Obviously, I take a few wall breakers to help my guys get into the walls, and then I take a few barbarians. The reason why I take a few barbarians is to be able to access the opponent's clan castle troops. Barbarians are good for that, and kind of to use as meat shields or just drawing them. You can draw the clan castle troops wherever you want, and the barbarians are kind of like a easy, cheap way of being able to do that, I guess you could say. So I take a few of those with me, but your army composition might look a little bit different numbers wise. The way that I came up with that, honestly, I don't really have a formula. I kind of came up with that in that army, and I'm getting ready to attack with that army for the first time since I haven't had dragons, which has been quite a while. So the way I would suggest you figure out what your army composition is going to be, like how many giants you have and how many wizards, I would make an army and then go, here and attack someone, revenge someone, and see, just see how it goes. Here's the second thing I want to talk about. So if it's me in a war, and I was using this army, which I wouldn't, I would probably use dragons, but if I was to use this army, the way that I would know I want to match myself up is I would go to the war. I see that my base is ninth on the list, so I would go to see who their ninth is, and he is a Town Hall 7, I believe. So I would go and try and attack a Town Hall 7. I could scout this real quick just to make sure. Town Hall 7, there it is. 3 mortars is pretty standard for a Town Hall 7, so that's what we're looking at. The next thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to practice this. Before I do that, I'll tell you what's in my clan castle. It's 4 max level hogs. And then I'm going to go here, and I've already looked here before I got on. So let's say I go to this guy. I found him earlier, and he's a Town Hall 7. He's got a very similar base to what I would attack if I use this strategy in war, and a similar base to what many of you are seeing in war. So I think this is a good base to practice on. And that's ultimately what you want to do is practice. The very first thing that you want to remember in clan wars is that you can scout bases. You have tons of time. You have a whole preparation day to scout bases. So don't not scout bases. You have to. It's pretty critical. So if I'm looking at this base, I'm scouting this base right now. I see that he's got 3 mortars. This one is on the outside. So that's why I have hog riders. Hog riders could get out and get that mortar very easily. Now, I see this mortar is pretty tough to get to, so that's probably the mortar that I want to use my lightning spells on to eliminate. And then this mortar here would need to be taken care of, but obviously have to be creative about how I'm going to get that one. So that's kind of where we're at right now, but what you want to do is take half the base and attack from that side. I don't recommend attacking from the bottom or from the top. In rare cases, I would do that. Usually, I pick a side. I would pick a side to attack from, either this side or from this side. That's what I would do, and that's actually what I'm going to try and do right now, is pick a side to attack from. That's what you always want to do. If you do attack from the top, that's fine, or the bottom, but you just got to be smart about it, and in which, the way you do it is just got to be intelligent. So let's go ahead and see kind of how this goes. I'm actually going to attack from the top here, and the reason why I'm going to do that is because I'm going to eliminate these two mortars, so the only one will be left is that. Now if I can get that out of the way, then the rest of this attack should go fairly well. Now how are you going to attack this base? I'll run through it very quickly. The first thing you want to do, remember, after you've scouted, you want to get the clan castle troops. I have no idea if he has any in there. I don't know. It says 0, but I think it just doesn't show you anymore what they have. It used to, but it doesn't anymore. But anyway, I'll check to see if he has clan castle troops when I start the attack. And then using giants. So how am I going to do that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a group of giants here. I'm also going to put a group of giants here. Giants go for defenses, so the giants that I put in this group will occupy that wizard tower and probably that cannon, and the giants I put over here will occupy this wizard tower and this mortar. The reason why I want them occupying the fire is because I'm going to lay my archers and wizards in behind my giants. Virtually, or ideally, or the way it's supposed to work, is that your giants are supposed to take the hits, and the rest of your troops are supposed to be relatively untouched and able to do the damage. So let's return. Let's go back, find the base. We're ready to attack. I checked the spells. The king is up. Everybody's ready to go. So let's revenge here and see how this attack goes. And we'll just walk through it. Again, I'm going to try and see if he has clan castle troops. Alright, he doesn't have clan castle troops, which makes that a lot easier. But if he did, we have a video out already on how we can attack the clan castle troops, so that should be self-explanatory. Here's the next thing I want to do. I want to drop some barbarians to distract fire from my hogs, and then I'm going to drop my hogs. So now I've dropped my hogs. My barbarians are distracting the fire for now, and then hopefully my hogs go to... Nope, they got bounced. It happens, and they're going to get that mortar anyway. And then I'm going to drop 3 here, 3 lightning spells, and that goes down, and now we're going to start our attack. Wall breakers, giants, put some wizards in behind. Couple more wall breakers. Drop some more of our wizards. And then start getting our archers surrounding areas. We can drop the king now. That mortar just went down, you saw it. Now the troops are coming in. The giants are still alive. All the troops are down now. Giants are still alive just barely, and they're still taking fire. So you see all my wizards and archers in behind this base. They're behind all of the giants, and that's what you want. So the giants are going to distract all of the fire here for the most part. And now that we're deep into the base, that's going to change a little bit. This wizard tower is doing some damage, but I've already cleaned up 71% and got the 2 stars, and that's what we want. If you're attacking, you've got to be able to get 2 stars on these bases when we're in the mid-range. Ideally, if you have dragons, you always want a 3-star. If you don't have dragons, no big deal, but you want to make sure you can 2-star a base if you're using the giant wizard archer army composition. So right now we've got 91% and just need to take care of this wizard tower, and this guy will go down. These wizards here are gonna take fire at him, and they drop him, and 30 seconds left, so plenty of time, and he goes down, and that's the base. So this is the attack strategy. You can see my army composition down below. I had 17 giants, 8 wall breakers, 14 wiz, 38 archers, the 3 lightning spells, a few barbarians, and the hogs from the clan castle. So again, you know, you kind of have to play with the army composition a bit to figure out how many troops you want of each kind. But like I said, you just go to your war base. Like I said, this one is 9. And then, you kind of just go over here and see, what kind of war base this guy has, so you can know who to go attack. and that's how you do it. Then you can go back to your log and just start revenging people to see if you can attack them, and then once you can, scout their base and give it a go. Take some practice out on the guys that have already attacked you. That's what it's there for, really. You want to loot them, and then you want to practice on them for war. So I hope this video was helpful. That's kind of the giant wizard archer strategy that I use. I use the giants in 2 different groups and use them as, like I said, shields to protect the wizards and the archers. Your wizards and archers come in behind and clean up the base. So that's what we want. I hope you guys again enjoyed this video, and we'll have some more content coming soon. And war starts here very shortly, so let's go ahead and take care of these guys. Alright, we'll talk to you later.